Hey, good morning, everybody. Today's Monday, February 13th. Had a good weekend. I hope you guys all had a really good weekend. It was really relaxing and it was much needed. Got a lot of work going on this week, so really needed a relaxing weekend. Went down to Orlando because I'm in Jacksonville. We're only a couple hours away, so it's nice to be able to, have pretty quick access to Disney for the kids, Universal and all that stuff. So have Universal passes, like I said before, and went down there to go, but man, we never made it. It was nice. So we went to this spot. It was a Hyatt down there, and it was like a resort, man. It was insane, dude. The pool looked like something from Atlantis, the grounds, it was like a huge compound. I've never stayed there before. Leah has. She found it, and we went and stayed there, and it was just so nice. Pool and hot tubs and, just all kinds of crap to relax with, man. So we ended up never making it to the theme park, and that's okay. It was awesome, though. But we got a busy week, though, so I just really wanted... Sorry, I was just on the phone. Just had a really busy week, so I just wanted to just to get away for a couple days. Sometimes you just gotta you gotta unwind, man. And today I'm getting a couple of semis dropped. We're gonna do 175 yards of mulch red. I'm not a fan of red, and I'm not gonna sit here and go off why I'm not a fan of red mulch, but I'm just not. But if a customer wants it, that's what they get. I always try and talk them out of it, though. And I had them talked out of it, but some of the residents at this new association already had put a lot on their own at their spots, so they just wanted to match everything, and that makes sense, And then next year we're gonna redo it with mini nuggets, small pine bark. So anyway, it'll be a good day. I'm going to pick up this dude named Dustin. One of my guys, Justin. I call him the Triple J because I got Johnny, Justin, and Joe. So their Star Wars names are J1, J2, and J3. So I'm going to pick up this guy named Dustin. Then we're going to go down, and then we're going to drive out to Fleming Island. The property Stone Creek, one of the new ones we picked up. The other new condo we pick up starts, I think, March 1st. Should. But this thing, it's about 30-something miles away, which is a lot to drive to a property, but it's a big property, and Jacksonville's so big, we're used to driving, long distances to get to something. So we're the largest city, like I said before, land-wise, so, driving far is it's not a surprise or, whatever. We drive wherever. But anyways, I have to pick up this dude, Dustin. We have to go out, go drop him off. Then I'm gonna go pick up a skid steer, and we're gonna move that mulch all around. Tomorrow I'm renting a couple of golf carts because I love doing it with golf carts and trash cans. That's how I love moving that much mulch around. So this ought to be fun. At least it's not hot yet. So it's only gonna be in the high 70s, low 80s, which is winter time for us down here. So it ought to be a good next coming 3 days. So looking forward to getting this laid out and knocked out. All right.
Drifts from your lips, I wanted
got about 45 yards dumped on this side, and then we got 45 dumped on the other side. There goes Joe. There goes Justin. So what we're gonna do is, we're waiting for a front loader to come out here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop moving all this so the guys don't have to like walk that far. That's Johnny, and then that's Dustin down there. So anyway, I'm going to, when the skid steer gets here, because we have a huge pile on this side, huge pile on the other side, and then there's another, here, I'll show you guys, let me show you the layout of how these things work. All right, so there's 26 of these buildings. So how it works is there's 6 homes per building, right? We came through here last week, was the first visit, trimmed tons of stuff, burned out hedges, burned out so much crap, the place just looked like junk, man. A really huge, local landscape company. They're more like North Florida, size now. I mean, they're huge, but they've just been doing a real shitty job. So they were really excited to get a company in here that gives a crap, and so that's us. So anyway, this is how this works. It's a home there. There's a home there. Then there's a home inside of there. 2 homes there, and then a home on the back side of this one. So it totals out to be 6 homes per building. So now you guys get a scope of what I'm saying, where it's a bunch of homes and they're not just like, stacked condos on top of one another. So they're pretty big houses. Basically, you can see what I'm saying. It's like 6 homes put together. So yeah, we came out here last week, was the first visit. Did a good job. There's J2 and J3, Star Wars names. But J3 said he's going to get J2 spot. He said he's going to outrun him today. But I don't see him running. Yeah, those guys are awesome though. I've got a really solid crew, and I feel like a slum because I'm not physically doing anything. Yeah, I dug some 30 gallons. I dug some 30 gallons last week, and it was just, I couldn't move my shoulder hardly. Afterward, it sucks, man. I'm usually, I'm like the labor guy. I like to get down and get nasty, but here, let me show you. So, and here's where the buildings break. So you can really get a scope of how it is. See how deep they go? Because you have a home, like I said, a home here, then you have the back side of a house there, and then these courtyards, that end up in the middle. But anyway, yeah, it's there's 26 of these, and down there where you see that building right there at the end, and then there's a walkway right there. That walkway goes to the other side on the, see that wood line right there? There's a whole other division, subdivision on the other side of that. So yeah, it's about 30 acres all in all. They're building something big next door. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna try and get it. So here, I'll show you. Let's walk in here. You can see, the courtyard style. So you have a home here, a home there. It's like a broken record. You can see that nobody's mulched this place in forever. It's just been neglected, man. So, so this is how it works out. You got a home back there, door there, door there. So it's one home, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And so 26 buildings of these. Plus we have the outer perimeter that goes around everything. We got the truck parked down there. We were going to do some cleanup today, but there was a huge storm that came through the night after we did a first visit and destroyed the place, but everybody got out here and kind of cleaned up themselves, which is good. So that ended up saving us from having to do a bunch of cleanup work today. Which is fine because we got a lot of stuff to do. So as soon as this skid steer gets out here, I'm gonna try and get all this mulch moved. Let's spy on Joe. Joe. Hey Joe. Eat it. You want some cheese? What kind of wine you drinking? What kind of wine you got? No wine today? We don't need any cheese then. Justin right there that's walking with a wheelbarrow, he loves to run everywhere. I have to tell him to slow down. Not that I don't like working fast, I work really fast, but I don't want him to kill himself, you know, trying to impress anybody. That's just the way he works though. I love it though, but anyways, yeah, as soon as the skid steer gets here, I'm gonna move this mulch around because I don't want the guys. And yeah, and maybe it's an expense that like I really should save the money on because I'm giving them such a good deal on the mulch out here as part of like, you know, picking up the property. So it's not like I have a thing, like I don't want my guys walking wheelbarrows around an entire 30-acre property. I'm not that guy. Like I'm all about having nice equipment, nice stuff, and this job's hard enough as it is. I'm trying to help the guys work smarter and less harder, you know. So renting a skid steer, moving this stuff all around, you know, I think's the key, making everybody happy. Justin. It's not Justine, it's Justin. Okay, here's the other side. I have to drive to a light. I have to come out the neighborhood and come around. So we do all of this. The storm came through here last week and blew a bunch of debris everywhere. So we're gonna come in tomorrow and clean that up. But you can see this is the other side. And then it splits with a neighborhood over there to the far right. But that's all us right here. So we can swing in this way. So yeah, this is all us, all of this, the playground against the wall. All of these buildings. There's a retention pond behind them all too. See all this debris out here? It was like a 30-minute hurricane came out here and just really went to town on this place. So all of this left and right is all us. A lot of work, a lot of hedge work, all inside these courtyards. A lot of stuff. I'm doing about 25, so I'm selling through it pretty fast. And we got down here as well. This is all us on the right. We're gonna end up having to wall up all this stuff as it grows over. But yeah, see that sidewalk right there? That's what ends up cutting through to the other side where the guys are at right now. So we're gonna have, you know, more mulch, you know, drop shipped on this side tomorrow. So let's keep looping around. Like, slow down in my neighborhood. Anyways, it's a really beautiful property though. I'm sure y'all will agree. I mean, it's really, there's, you know, road we just looped around in. Yeah, this is all us. This is the other side from when we turned in. Our retention pond also, and then that starts like an older neighborhood. And yeah, this is all our stuff. All us. All here. So from an aerial view, it's pretty big. Our retention ponds, that loop around that we just did, there's the back of some of them. So yeah, it's all us. All right, here we go. We're dropping us another 90 yards of mulch. And what he's gonna do is just skirt it along. All right. I'm gonna help him skirt this along. That's good. All right, there you go. Trying to keep it all out of the road, you know. So, trying to get a big skirt line of this down the road.
there's a lot of mulch.